So lab 16, we're going to be using the VMware Converter. What I've done is I went ahead, I've powered on my DC, my VC, both ESXi hosts, and I've already started the StarWind software. I've already made sure they're connecting, and we are good to go there. So the first thing we have to do is we have to navigate to our host files. It should be under the current sessions. So if you go to C drive, there should be an ISO folder or a session folder. For me, it's on my C drive, ISO. Underneath utilities, we should find a VMware Converter. If you do not have this, you can also just go out to Google, type in VMware Converter. It's a free download from VMware, but we're going to be using this tool. So go ahead and make sure that you copy it. Actually go into our VC. I'm going to go ahead and maximize it so I have the full screen. And we're going to paste it inside of our C drive, NFS, our utilities folder. It does take a second, so be patient. Once that we see that it's there, go ahead and install it. While it's installing, it's a key thing to note that as we start creating and renaming our virtual machines, there will be little oddities that we pop up with. One of the big ones is when we actually do this. So hold on real quick. When we get to this point, we want to do a local installation. We're going to choose all the defaults. So that's installing. What I was talking about was the naming. If we start having multiple hosts, like for example, we have XP Pro C as a template, if we clone that out, all of the names are going to be using XP Pro. So one of the big things for this converter is it actually does help with our names. It auto-corrects the naming issue when we actually clone machines. So I wanted to point that out. So once it's done installing, go ahead and finish it. Leave the run the converter checked, because we actually want to run it. So we actually want to do a convert virtual machine. We want to convert a VMware infrastructure virtual machine. Make sure that we are choosing our, of course it's not filled in for us. We're going to be doing our VC. Make sure that you're doing the correct credentials. vc.vida.local. Username, administrator. Password is our password. You may get a certificate warning. That is okay. We're doing all self-signing certificates anyway. So we actually want to find our XP Pro C template. So let's go ahead and look through all of our hosts. You'll notice that right now it's only on our ESXi1. The actual state is powered off. So that's correct. Go and select that. Next. It will retrieve information, so just give it time. It's going to ask for destination. We're going to put it back on our vc.vida.local. Administrator. Helps if you spell the things correctly. And we're going to be placing this in our labs folder. We're going to be naming it XP Pro B. We're going to be putting it on ESXi 2. We're going to be storing it on iSCSI 2. And the VMware version, it says to put it to 9. If we put it to 10, we have to manage most of the advanced features through the web client, and the web client's kind of buggy still. Verify, go and click on Next. Double check all options. Underneath data to copy, edit, we're going to change this to thin. And that should be the only change that we have. And go ahead and click on Next. And double check the settings, and that should all be right. Finish, and let it convert it. So if we did this as a template, the names would all be off. So once this is done converting, we're going to go back, and I'm going to show you the naming structure just to show you that it is correct. Pay attention to the estimated time. That time is kind of skewed. It normally says it takes between an hour and 2. In reality, it really doesn't, so just be patient. I'm going to pause it so that we don't have to wait here for the full time. So not even 10 minutes. But I mean, again, it's just going to depend on your computer, its drive access speed, resources, things like that. So, now that we have that, let's double check the structure. So let's go ahead and go open up our vSphere client. Again, our single sign-on should be working. And while that's logging in, I want to go ahead, once it logs in, and browse our XP Pro machine. So there's our XP Pro. I actually want to see the data store that they're stored in. So for this, I want to go to Browse. I want to go to Data Store and Clusters. We're storing them on iSCSI 2. And I actually want to see the machines that are here. But I don't just want to see the machines. Nope, I don't want storage view. I just want to browse it. So you can actually right click on it, browse data store. When you click on it, you'll notice that all of the names are the appropriate name. If we did a template, they would all be called XP Pro, probably C, because that's the name of our template. So just kind of bear that in mind. There is a difference when we create virtual machines like that. An important note to make now is because we did a clone of XP Pro C, our XP Pro B, as in boy, is 100% identical. So we probably want to go ahead and sysprep that so that they're not identical clones. So go ahead and power it on and open the console and let it load. So it's always interesting to note that with XP, they always want you to run sysprep. So my XP machine finally just loaded. And I actually want to, oh, horrible mouse control. Because VMware Tools is not fully working. So I'm going to go ahead and restart my machine so that VMware Tools can be finished installed. Instead of trying to do our sysprep with XP, I find it's actually a lot easier just to do a new SID. New SID's a very popular program that did a lot of what sysprep does for newer machines, but for XP, without all of the pain in the butt of trying to find your disk, extract cab files, just open up sysprep. For XP, it's a lot easier just to find new SID and run it. So now that our XP machine has restarted, we are still getting VMware Tools having issues, and so we're going to have really bad mouse control until that's taken care of. Oh, I didn't want that. I wanted or the video display, but whatever. So people always ask, well, why are we talking about running sysprep or new SID when we created this? This is our XP Pro B. When we created this guy, even though we told it to rename everything XP Pro B, the actual image is still for horrible mouse control, XP Pro C, because all it did was it copied all the settings over from Pro C, because it was a full clone, into it. So that's why this is actually running XP Pro C. So we can't power on our other XP Pro C until we rename this guy. I'm just having horrible mouse control, so I'm just going to do this through our vCenter. I'm going to go ahead and back out of our vCenter. I'm going to exit out of our converter. In our utilities folder, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to paste. I went ahead, I found new SID. Just a quick search online, found it. And so, I actually want to run it inside our XP Pro machine. We can do 192.168.246. Oh, helps if numbers lock is on when I'm typing 192.168.246. Administrator with the appropriate password. Oh, I wanted 19, not 20. No, actually I did want 20. I want to actually see, oh, you know what? What am I doing? Don't even have to go that far. I want to copy a new SID and I want to paste it inside our virtual machine, except our VMware tools is not fully functioning, so it's not working. So I find it easier just to go to where I downloaded new SID inside the virtual machine. It does not want to be friendly today. Okay, so that was a pain in the butt, but I had to go to the website where I downloaded it directly from the virtual machine, because for whatever reason our nested VMs don't want to allow me to copy to our desktops, even though they should. So I'm just going to go ahead and run new SID. Because one of the big things is, everything about our XP Pro B is still going to be called XP Pro C. So we actually need to generate a new SID. We also want to rename it XP Pro B. And this way it will actually generate a brand new SID. It will change the name. It will do all the security concerns that we're worried about that sysprep would do. It should have been easier than sysprep, because it should have been a simple just find and download and run it. But I have to love some older technology that doesn't like newer stuff. This takes a few seconds to run, so just be patient. And actually, while this finishes, this is all that we need to do. It will restart and it will rename everything XP Pro B. That was the big thing, is to recognize that we need each individual virtual machine to be uniquely identifiable. That's it for this lab. Thank you and have a great day.